So, good morning, all of you. Today we are discussing something about Internet Protocol, which is an important protocol of TCP/IP protocol suite. Uh, Basically, in this course, we are going to discuss all the different kind of protocols in this TCP/IP protocol suite. The first thing, the first protocol that we are going to see is IP protocol in the network layer. Right. So this protocol will help you in transmission of data from uh, one network layer to another network layer. Okay, so if we try to understand something about this IP, we will understand that this IP is unreliable and connectionless datagram protocol. Right. Unreliable means we cannot say that the data will, sorry, this your packet will be eventually delivered or not. Connectionless means we do not establish a predefined connection from the source to destination before initiating any transmission. So, because of no such connection, this IP packet can be routed from uh, any path from between the source to destination. Now, since it can take any path, and it means that different packets can take different path. This path can be longer or shorter. So, the packets which will reach the destination, they may reach it out of order. Out of order means the first packet may reach later and the second packet may reach earlier. So in this way, this internet protocol will be unreliable and connectionless protocol. Here what we are thinking is best effort delivery service, that it tries as much as it can to deliver your data. However, it can guarantee. Okay. A simple example of best effort delivery will be your post office system, where your um, envelope, your data, your message will be delivered. It means they will try their best to deliver, but they will not guarantee for the success, right? So these are the things. This is what happens with this internet protocol. However, if you want the reliability, you can uh, pair it with another protocol of another layer or same layer, kind of another protocol like TCP, which is a reliable protocol which guarantees the transmission. That one packet may be delivered, may be undelivered, whatever it will. If the packet is undelivered, it will deliver it again. So no, so if we want such kind of reliability, we can pair it with this TCP. So this is till now we are thinking about this datagram. Let us understand what a datagram is. So basically your data along with header in this network layer will be called as data. So a packet, IP packet, will have your IP packet can also be called as IP datagram. This IP datagram will have actual data. Along with the data, it will have your header. This is the format of your header IP packet. So we will now what we are going to do is we will try to understand all these fields in this IP packet. Basically, it starts with version, header length, service types, total length, identification flags, and fragmentation offset. These three fields will be used for fragmentation. Time to live, protocol, and header checksum. Header checksum will help you in understanding whether the packet was corrupted or not. Then the source IP address and destination IP address. Other field is optional. Option will be used for some optional purposes. So now we will understand the fields one by one. Let us start with this first 4-bit, which is version. This first 4-bit will tell you about the version of IP protocol being used. Usually it can be uh, version 4, which is currently running. So the software which is handling this thing which will see the IP packet. It will understand that from the first 4 bit that this is the version 4 IP protocol. So accordingly, since it is version 4, so next 4 bit, next 8 bit, other 16 bit, next coming bits has to be identified in a different way. However, if it would have been a version 6, the next other bits would have been other format, right? So accordingly, we have to understand it. So first 4 bit will tell you about the version of the IP protocol being used. Next 4 bit is header length. Header length will tell you the length of the header. Usually the length of the header will be between 20 to 60 bytes. Okay, minimum header length will be 20 bytes, and this optional field can be from 0 to 40 bytes. Total will be 20 to 60 bytes. If you think about the IP datagram, the size of the IP datagram can be uh, from 20 to 65,000 bytes. This is limited by the field total length. We will come on total length. Let me complete this h length first. H length is the length of the header only. Okay, header length can be from 20 to 60 bytes. So minimum 20 bytes is necessary, and the other optional field is 0 to 40 bytes. Now in this header part, the third field will be service type, which will tell us about the service type which is being used. Initially, this service type was a type of service. A field was type of service, which was something which tells us about your, I should say, some kind of type of services being used. The services can be low density, high throughput, or different kind of things that we want, right? However, later on, we tried to include something called differentiated services. So accordingly, we have done something. Let me show you. These are the 8 bits, right? So 2 bits are unused, 6 bits are there. From this 6 bits, this is the precedence interpretation, low precedence, high precedence kind of thing. So last 3 bits are not used. The first 3 bits are being used to interpret what are the priority and those kind of things. However, if we are having other interpretation is also of these 6 bits, the first 4 bits are non-zero kind of thing, then we will understand that these are the things that we have to do. The last 6 bit, the last bit is 0, or last 2 bits are 1 1, or last 2 bits are 0 1, then it is differential services which can be interpreted. So these bits can be understood from this. The code points can be 0 to say that this is the services assigned by internet authority or local authority or temporary or experimental purposes also. Okay, although these are not final, these can be changed later. Now total length. So in this IP packet, if you see, the next 16 bit is for total length. Means in 16 bit it can range from 0 to 65,535, right? So this 16 bit will limit the length of the total packet. Okay, so this total length is the length of header plus length of data. So in this IP packet you have two information: h length, which will tell you the length of the header, and total length, which will tell you the length of header plus length of data, right? So if you want to know the length of data, in that case you can use these two fields and find out the length of data, which will be equal to total length minus header length, है ना? So how do you find this header length? Okay, about header length, if I told you correctly or not. Okay, so how this header length you find? you multiply the header length value with 4. Let me show you this header length, which is of 4 bit. With the 4 bit, the values can range from 0 to 15. So the minimum value can be 0, the maximum value can be 15. However, you can understand that the minimum header length can be 20 bytes. So the minimum value here can be 4, sorry 5 into 4, right? So in the header length field, if a value is stored, like for example it is 5, in that case the header length is 5 into 4, 20 bytes. Let us assume we have some option fields also, and we are storing some values, and here we have stored in h length field I have stored 15. In that case the total this header length, the header length will be 15 into 4, which is 60 bytes. So this is the way header length is calculated. So what we are telling you is now you have total length. Total length is header length plus data also. So if you want to find the data, you will subtract the header length minus from the total length. For calculating header length, you will multiply 4 in the value of h length. The next 3 bits are identification, flags, and fragmentation. These are related to fragmentation. We will discuss it later separately. The next field is time to live. This time to live field will tell you the number of hops, that can be considered from the between the source and destination. Your IP packet will start from the source and go till the destination. In between, it will go through several routers. So you can fix the number of routers it can cross. Sometimes some connections may get failure in between. So what we usually do is we keep twice the number of routers, average number of routers that can come in between. So let us assume if you have kept it as 8. So in this, what will happen? It will reach to a router, and this router will decrement this time to live value by 1. So by crossing 8 routers, the value of this time to live will become 0. And when this value will become 0, then this datagram will be discarded. The next thing is a protocol. Here you will try to assign, let me show you time to live protocol, where you will assign the higher level protocols being used along with this IP protocol services. Okay, the other protocols can be TCP, UDP, ICMP, IGMP, OSPF. These protocols can be associated with it. So if you want to assign these here, you will put some values according to the protocol. 1, 2, 6, 17, 89. Such values are there which can be kept in this field, protocol field. So in this protocol you are keeping the protocol. The next field is header checksum. We will see it separately. However, you should understand that this is just the sum of these all the values. I will show you how it is calculated. So sum of all these values. Okay, I will tell you how this is calculated, but this is a value which is calculated very simply, and this can be verified on the receiver side whether mm, the data was corrupted or not. If the header checksum, because how it will be calculated, you will see, you will understand very quickly that on the receiver side, if the difference becomes 0, we understand that okay, all the data is as it is, as it was sent. However, if some data was corrupted, in that case the difference of the checksum on the receiver side will not be 0. The next 4 bytes are source IP address, and the next 4 bytes are destination IP address. Other is options plus padding. These fields are optional, which can be used. We will see these options also, how these are being used, right? The next thing is fragmentation. Usually what happens, your data is long. Okay, your data may be of a particular size, but there might be a dependency of your physical layer. The physical layer protocol which is being used, uh, it is fiber optics or some cable or different kind of cable or ATM. So according to that, the length of the packet is limited. In that case, we will have to fragment our packet. So only this data part, not the header, only this data part is fragmented, divided into a smaller part. So now since it has been fragmented, it should have its number, its offset, as well as you will have to mention a flag 3 bits, 2 bits are used, the third bit is kept as it is. So you will have to mention that whether data has been fragmented or not. So we will see it in detail how what are these things. So some question. Let us say a packet arrives. The first 8 bits of this packet is like this. The receiver discards the packet. Question is why? Solution will come. Pause the video and try to understand, try to find the answer. Or the answer is coming. It is saying that the first 4 bit is something and the next 4 bit is something. You have received the first 8 bit. In your IP packet, if you will see the first 8 bit is like this. 4 bits are version, the next 4 bits are header length, is it? So here you will see that you have an error in this packet. What happens? The first 4 bit is 0100, right? 0100, which is 4, which tells us that the version is 4, no issues. The version is 4, it is acceptable. The next 4 bit is 0010. 0010 means the value is 2. To find the header length, we multiply 4 to the value, right? So you multiply 4 into 2 and you get 8. However, you know that the minimum number of bytes, the minimum number of bytes in the header is 20. At least 20 bytes is necessary in this IP packet, IP header. So 8 byte is wrong. Therefore, we assume that the packet was corrupted somewhere while transmission, and we are discarding it. Another question. Let us assume this header length HLN is 1000 in binary. Now you have to calculate the length of options in your packet. You know that in your IP packet, IP header actually, you have a mandatory 20 bytes, right? Header, and some optional field is also there, which can range from 0 to 40 bytes. Now here in this question it is saying that header length is given. Header length field value was 1000, and so now you have to find out the value of options. So for this you can pause the video and try to find the answer. Now I am going to tell you the answer. So header length is 8. 8 into 4 is 32 bytes. It means that the total header length is 32 bytes. Then you also know that the minimum 20 bytes is necessary. So you divide, so you subtract the 20 from 32 and you get 12. So 12 is the optional part, right? That is it. Next is fragmentation. We will see it in the next video. Thank you.